All right. So this one, we'll see if we have time for tea today, but we'll definitely start with the one that is, I'm calling it water in the body. Okay. And so in this one, the invitation is at any given point, there are going to be some invitations to move your body that don't require you to get up. And the invitation is also, if you want to get up, by all means, do what feels good and right in your body. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. This one will be a closed eyes or lowered gaze practice. So go ahead and close your eyes if that feels right. And you're just going to begin with breath. And what that means is not trying to breathe in any particular way or trying to breathe big or efforting in your breath. It's just noticing what's already happening. You know, all day long, 24 hours a day, your breath is breathing without any effort from you. For most of us. And so rather than putting any effort into breath, the invitation is to allow your breath to breathe you. You can also think about allowing your body to get all the air it needs. Allowing your lungs to get all the air they need. Another invitation might be to breathe yourself bigger. Just allowing for more space for you and all your parts, all the many fullnesses of you to have a space to live into. Most of us, when we begin to bring our awareness into breath, energetically, we're primarily aware of the front of our body. Face and chest, and maybe the front of the arms. So inviting the energy in the front of your body to begin to pull back into the back of your body. So seeing if you can become aware of the expanse of the broadness of your back. The back of your arms, the back of your neck, the back of your head. And almost imperceptibly just reaching towards the back with the back body. Softening the throat. It's almost like imagining gravity to have its way with the throat. And with 40% of your kind of awareness really orienting towards this feeling in back body, front body, whole you. Just taking a moment to notice that there is quite a handful of people here all doing the same thing. So there is a you in your own process, and then there is an us doing this together. And so oscillating your attention inward, coming back into full perception of self. And then oscillating your attention slightly outward to include the group, the usness. And then coming back into your body. And so seeing if you can become aware of the bones of your body. The joints, the articulations, the spine, the skull, the rib cage. These things around which are muscles and tendons and ligaments all surround to allow us to ambulate and move in the world. And if it helps to become aware of those bones, you can move them or palpate them, just to touch them. And you might want to just do these micro movements to really get a feel for the bones of your body. And then shifting your orientation to the muscles of your body. Often those big chunky meat that surrounds the bones allows us to move in the world, and also the little micro muscles, the muscles in between the rib cage called the intercostal muscles that help us to breathe in and breathe out. So the big muscles and the little muscles we may not even be aware of. And then shifting your orientation to the skin of your body, the largest organ that we have, that keeps it all together, that allows us to feel and sense the world around us. That allows us to know the difference of where I end and you begin. It allows us to feel temperature and touch. And then moving your orientation to seeing if you can discern the fat on your body. Not only the subcutaneous fat that gives us cush and extra fuel if we need it, but also the fat that surrounds our organs to keep them safe. The fat in our face that gives us texture. And so we don't normally orient to these aspects of our body, we kind of just have a tendency to take them as a whole. But each of these actually only hold a small percentage of what the body actually is. The body is primarily about 60% water. Without water in the body, our joints would not articulate. We would not be able to move them. So the invitation is to move some of your joints really gently, almost like you were in water, allowing a gentle flow of the water in your body to move. You can gently roll the wrist or the ankles or the knees, really gently, really fluidly. You know, when you're in a body of water, how you can't actually move in a staccato way, right? The water sort of prevents you from being too rigid. And so inviting that softness into these subtle, gentle movements, as if your body were in a body of water, submerged, buoyant, with the water in you and the water surrounding you. Let the water in your spine move. Let it undulate like a water snake, like a live, moving, circulating double helix. Like a rope being moved down the current of a river. Now imagine your favorite body of water. Maybe an ocean or a lake, a river or a natural hot springs, or maybe a pool or a hot tub. And really allow yourself to imagine yourself immersed in it. Knowing that 60% of you is this thing. That the majority of you is the rain. That within you is the river. Within you is the sea. And imagine that even as we are here in our non-watery state, in the water state, imagine that favorite body of water. And knowing that the water in you is the same water in that body of water. And in some ways there is no separation between you, that's 60% of you, and it. You are part ocean. You are part river. You are part rain. And just allowing yourself to be in the knowledge of your wateriness, your fluidity. And just notice how that feels right now. And perhaps ponder, how would I live my life differently if I knew and lived into this fluidity? This softness, this undulating energy. And taking a moment to come back to the breath. So moving from water to space. And seeing if you can keep even just 20% awareness into this fluid state. And then taking a moment to recognize that all these bodies here together, all 16 of us, that we all have this 60% water. So this water in me is no different than the water in you. So we are all connected with this H2O, with this fluidity. Taking one more breath. And when you're ready, coming back into our space together.